and you just heard me talking about it too on stream, but I have so many questions for you. And I want to start out just talking about your creative process in general. What's it been like for you creating during the past year? Given the pandemic and everything that's going on, you all put out an album, but what was that like, putting that together, releasing music and just working?
Putting out an album's scary in a pandemic. If anyone out there has done it and you're listening, well done, I applaud you. It's not easy. Normally you release an album and you just know that you're going to end up touring it, and people will, you see people react to it.
Yeah.
Some people smile, hopefully, if it's good enough. But this is weird. Yeah, it's strange. You just put the album out and that's it. You don't see the reaction. You just put it out and then you're just kind of waiting, and that's it. It's very strange. Kind of on to the next one. I was terrible. Firstly, I was really bad, and I still have a huge amount to learn, but I've listened back to those early recordings and they are bad. So hopefully I've gotten a bit better. I really hope that's changed. And I think, I don't know, I started in GarageBand. I started on an old hand-me-down laptop that wasn't really a laptop because it had to be, the battery had blown out, so it had to be plugged into the wall. And it just had GarageBand on it. It was a 10-year-old MacBook that was dying on its last legs, but it had this application on it, so I started tinkering. And that application is a bit limited, but then I branched out, got some new instruments and started playing. I play with a lot more real instruments now, I think is the main. And I started singing. The first couple of things I produced were I was basically remixing and doing dance music, and then decided Joe, our drummer now, convinced me to start singing on things.
Gotcha, with Dreamland. Because I don't know what was the process like of making it? Did you record a lot of it in 2020 or was it pre-2020? And did that affect what the actual album sounded like, being at home versus being out and about?
You know what? It was done pretty much. It was done before the pandemic started. Just when the pandemic started, I put the finishing touches on. But it weirdly came at a bit of a weirdly similar time. I have this weirdly similar headspace to how I found a lot of people have been feeling during this pandemic. Basically, in 2018, our drummer had this terrible accident, really bad accident, and he was hit by a truck, basically, and we didn't know if he was going to recover. He was in the hospital. I went straight to the hospital as soon as it happened. I was sitting next to his bedside the whole time, and we just didn't. He couldn't talk, couldn't walk. We didn't know when. We cancelled all of our touring, and we were just petrified. And in those really horrifying moments when the future is completely up in the air, you end up really going back into memories and nostalgia to find comfort, because you can't be out creating new memories.
Yeah.
So you go back into the old ones, you revisit the old ones, and that is when I started those late nights in the hospital waiting for news. Is when I started remembering all these weird, these memories start coming to the forefront of your mind, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something, I should just start writing this stuff down, and that was really the beginning of the album. And then, kind of finished the album, that really kicked it off. Joe made this miracle recovery, and now he's back and drumming again. It's amazing. We've done some of our first shows back with him, and it's such a treat to see. But then I found during the pandemic, I was speaking to a lot of my friends who were locked out. For them, all of the future was up in the air again, and I found them all looking back and digging up memories, listening to those songs that they grew up with, eating the food that they grew up with, watching the films they grew up with, and that's exactly what I was doing when I was making this record, but just 6 months before.
Yeah.
It's so strange, the parallel.
Yeah.
And they all just came down, and I set up a microphone and just said, all right, we're going to shout on 3, 1, 2, 3, and everyone just went, wow, and that's what you hear.
Cool. That is so cool.
It's not particular. It's actually absolute rubbish. It's terrible. It's a terrible guitar. But I figured because of that, if something sounds good on this, it's only going to get better once you start adding stuff. So I always just start, I don't know, I'll just start with what am I feeling today? We talked about Woody, Cowboys, Woody, Toy Story. I don't know, let's try something like that. find a little concept, a little something that you're feeling. Sometimes you'll have spoken to someone who tell you an emotional story or something. You can try and soundtrack that, but trying to soundtrack an idea.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
A lot of people are mentioning Woody in the chat.
People are what?
Yeah, a lot of people are mentioning Woody. People are like, a song for Woody.
All right, we'll do a song for Woody. How about that? We'll do a little, I don't know. That's what I do. I just start playing. And then I don't know, I'd start humming. I'm not going to do that to you guys. It's absolutely dreadful. But I don't know, to get some guitar in.
Let's have some guitar.
Absolutely rubbish kick, just very simple, drum pattern to get started. That's often useful. And maybe I'll slow it down a bit. I'm trying to think what that tempo was. It's like... Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah, it's pretty close. It's like 1:15. Let's just try that. There we go. All right, we've got this, and then I've got a zoom window in the way of my stuff here. And then I don't know. I'm just going to record that guitar thing in because it was working. A little bit of guitar in there. Let's just organize it. I'll just leave that bit because I think it was probably fine. And maybe I just need to
That sounds great.
Sounds alright. I mean, it's not much has happened yet.
I like great songs.
There's a little kind of bouncy riff.
I like it.
I go through this. I have this effect that I love using. It's this pedal. It's called brasso pedal. It makes everything a bit wonky. Makes everything. But it blew up. It blew up the other day.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with it.
I'm going to use. I'll use a fake one. Fake one. Here we go. This is exactly the same thing. Same color even. There we go. This is like proper country jam. And maybe we can try some pitch again. Yeah, some funky keys we can do. We can do that for sure. Let's try some funky keys. I've got the Mellotron over here, by the way. I can turn you.
I love the Mellotron, just from the way you've described it today. Ooh.
What are the chords? Let's see. Let me see what'll work. And then maybe... Hold on. Let me just hit record real quick. Where my keys at? There we go. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just going to try it.
It sounds really good.
It's genuinely just orange juice with a bit of fizzy water in it. But hold on. Let me just do one little drum thing, and then
please do.
One sec, I just got to switch on and on.
Now it's going to be stuck. This is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day because that was so catchy.
This is it. This is Woody's theme song. But basically, you can plug anything into this.
Ooh.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that really distorted and awful?
No, that's not it.
But you can plug any, it's got all these sounds on it. Hold on, can you see it? I'm kind of pointing your camera in a general direction, but it's got like a bongo sound. What has it got? A little snap sound in here. This is one of the kind of old classic bits of Beach Boys. Boise Beatles equipment things. But let's see. Maybe I can put some. It's coming down channel 3. Let's see if I can put a little snare in there. I think that's all we're missing is a little kind of. And then I think we're in a good spot. Let's do it. Snap. There we go.
That is to add
lyrics.
How do you, when you're making a song and you add those sounds, is this the point where you might add like a random sound or like a ha-ha or like a laugh or something?
Absolutely, yes, so much. So what I'm trying, let me think about like cowboy. You know what? I wish I had like one of those old, those old percussion instruments that you hit and it goes like a vibroslap. Is that what it's called? But I cheat a lot of the time. I'm going to be honest. I don't have a lot of those weird percussion instruments, so I just use. I honestly just make the noises with my mouth. A lot of the noises you hear in our songs. There's a song called Space Ghost, and there's a thing in the middle that goes like. And that's just my mouth, and I just put it over the keyboard here, so I can kind of play. Yeah, I'd record like a little click, and then like that, and then do a little.
I mean, let's see.
It's quite fun. Yeah, so I do that a lot. I do that so often, and it's kind of cheeky, but maybe a bit of that would be cool. A little mouth click in there. Let's do some of that. Let's try. I'm a terrible whistler. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's better. That's a bit better. All right, that'll do. I'm gonna put it down so it's really quiet.
Just a little something as a treat.
Just a little tickle, a whistle, and yeah.
Ooh, that was good though.
I'm not going to put that in because maybe we're taking it too far if I start actually singing about my dog live on Twitch. But you have something here. I think I actually really love that. I think this is great. And normally, what happens? I get to about this point. Yeah, we've been working on it for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes probably. I should save this, by the way.
Yes, please save it. Please.
Then you've got a title.
Oh yeah, what should we call it? Chat, any name suggestions?
Any name suggestions?
Yeah, guys, drop something in the chat if you can think of it. The Ballad of Woody, Wiggly Woody, Little Woody, Woody the Brave, Space Boy Woody. Woody the Goody.
Woody, Space Boy, Little Space Boy Woody the Brave.
So cute.
Ballad of Little Space Boy Woody the Brave. There we go. Normally what I do is I get to this point, and then after about 25 minutes I start, no matter what it is, I almost inevitably think it's garbage, and then I start working on it. But it's just a part of it. And then I listen to it the next day. So that is wicked.
Yeah.
I'm really into it.
I think this sounds great. And the chat also thinks that this sounds great. So
thank you, chat. I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, they genuinely, and this is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day. So if this ever comes out, please send it to me because I will never forget it.
I'm gonna finish it. I'll finish it for everybody. And where should I send it? Everyone in the chat. Do you want me to send it somewhere?
Yeah, chat. Let us know. Everyone's like, publish it, drop it on chat. So feel free to come back.
Maybe we can have a first play. We can play it to Woody for the first time.
Live on stream. Get his reaction.
Live reaction video from Woody the dog.
That would be That would be amazing. I also need to meet him because everybody, you know, we've been talking him up, and he sounds amazing. I know he's asleep, but
he's amazing, and he's just great. You know, he's my heart bursts.
That is so cute. I would love to have him on. I'll introduce him to my cat, Malcolm. We'll have a pet on Friday day. Yeah.
No, he's scared of cats.
Wait, he is? Oh, my goodness.
He's petrified of cats. He freaks out and starts whining. And
Woody. Oh, my goodness. He can do a solo stream then and react to the song. But this, Dave, this has truly been so much fun having you on. And this song is amazing.
That was so fun. I've never done anything like that before. That was an absolute pleasure. It was wicked.
I'm so glad. Please come back. Thank you so much for coming on stream. This has been so fun.
Absolute pleasure. It was such a treat. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming, and have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Bye.